Roblox has a lot of games out there, and I mean a lot of games. Some popular, some not so popular. So me and my brother played 4 different games that I believe should get more attention. So, RogueBlade is a roguelike game with very similar qualities, along with a very old school kind of Roblox gameplay. So am I saying that this is a bad game? No, it's an absolute masterpiece. I mean, this is literally the creator when he was making this game. The gameplay in this game is pretty basic. You start to run, kill enemies for money, use that money to get items and new weapons, and rinse and repeat until you die. And yeah, that's about it. It's like every roguelike game ever. The items in this game can range from the Holy Sword Excalibur to a literal rock. So you know, the possibilities are endless. There are far too many weapons in this game. I'm like, the Boxy Cola is in the sword section and I mean, I understand the dynamic behind it, but once we get into the classes, you'll understand that a sword is all you'll ever need. Wait, it's the deep, bro. This game has an abundance of enemies. I mean, it has so many enemies that it's not even in the wiki, or maybe they just got lazy. Some of the recurring enemies in this game is the average American, a clown, the fucking deep, a guy with 2 bows, and Ninjago. I just realized that if I try to go off every single enemy in the game, we'd be here forever. So all you need to know is that if you've seen an enemy before, don't worry, there's 5 different versions of it. The class system in this game is heavily unbalanced. Like all of the classes in this starting area, it's just clickbait. If you dig a little bit deeper, trust me, you'll find peak. I know what you're about to say, but you have to unlock the characters. Hush. It takes all but 30 minutes to get like 50 blood, and the game passes are literally 3 Robux. So what exactly makes these classes so special? Well, for starters, the dealer class is my calling. At the start, his stats are randomized 1 through 10, and any item that increases stats is also rolled 1 through 6. What I'm saying is, yes, you can get +3 strength from this item, or you can double it. Along with every 5 rounds, he has a chance to double his money when he rolls his dice. Any run that you're not playing dealer, you're not playing the game right. And what makes vampires so busted? Well, this game has a very like 3 AM type of feel to it. It's kind of like something that you would just like play when you have nothing else to play realistically, and yeah, you'll play for like a couple hours and have a blast. So in response to that, I'm gonna give it a dealer out of 10. And yeah, that's about it for this game. I don't care if the rounds, but is that selling a car? I mean, this game is literally just combat warriors. But the only difference is that you can bend elements like your fucking avatar. Nope, 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 nope. Did you listen to a single thing that I just said? The mechanics are literally the exact same as Combat Warriors with just extra DLC. The only important thing that matters in this game is there are way too many abilities in this game. No, like seriously, there are way too much. Some are good. Yeah, you fucked me. Some are bad, and some you wonder why they're even in the game. Each ability has a set amount of stars, with 1 star being the worst and 4 star being the best. And certain abilities have a diamond in the top right, indicating that when you die, you will keep that ability. And honestly, those abilities are kind of busted. The abilities can range from a bouncing Molotov to a domain expansion. And honestly, I don't even know if that is in the game. Now, if you're thinking that the 4-star abilities are not, you know, too overpowered, you know, you can, like, there's still some balance into it. Yeah, so how do we get some of these set abilities? Well, you can either open this, which you can choose from, or you can open this, which you can't choose from. Or you can collect some of these rocks, find an anvil, and craft some of the abilities yourself. So it's secretly a simulator. Take my nade! What? If the developers cooked on the abilities, then the items are a 10-star meal. We're gonna explain this from the lamest to the funniest. First up, the potions. I really hope I don't have to explain that. The bouncers from, well, you know, Fortnite. The telepearls, you know, from Minecraft. The throwing knife, you know, self-explanatory. Here we call it the shittier cinder block. The cinder block. Have you ever wanted to throw a brick at someone and save the best one for last? The grenade. Just watch. Oh my god, you got it, Sky High! I mean, how can that not make you laugh every single time? My final thoughts for this game is, this is a very good way to relieve rage, just to get angry again after being ability spammed. Therefore, I'm going to give it a perfect sell out of 10. And yeah, that's about it for this game.
I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am.
You know those Flash games that you would play as a little kid on your school computer? Yeah, same logic here, literally the same thing, just in Roblox. I don't know why, but you know, they did it. I mean, like, it's not bad, but it's like not needed, you know? I'll rate it like basketball out of 10. And if you were wondering who won the game, I got whooped. You ever played Doors before and wanted to move like you would in Nico's Snek spots? No? You haven't? You're missing out then. Delusional Office puts you in a perspective of a 9-to-5 office worker working 12 hours overtime, which perfectly explains why you're moving around the office like that and why you're tripping balls.
They're in my head!
The gameplay in this game is literally just doors, but fast. Where instead of just holding the W key, now you're actually just b-hopping everywhere. Where you can either just, you know, like take it slow, or you can just book it door to door. So if you want a good grasp of the movement, I really recommend you do a tutorial. And when you're done with the tutorial, and it asks you what game mode you like to play, please press the practice mode. Trust me, it'll save you a lifetime worth of sanity. Remember how I just told you about 2 seconds ago to play the practice mode? Here's why. There are so many entities in this game and each of them do something entirely different. They have alternate versions of some entities that do something different than the original version, and then there's some entities that they're classified as special. The entities can have combos and pair up with other entities. So I don't know, if you get like an entity that you have to look at and then the entity that just runs right through, well, you're screwed. Now, before you come at me for saying everything else, you're putting everything else in one category. Are you getting lazy? No. Here's the deal. So, after me and Snek played those 2 games that took actual brain power, we kind of just like ended up dying on the inside. Therefore, we only ended up playing for like 20-25 minutes, and there's like abilities and passives and equipment in it too, so I see a lot of potential in it. Therefore, trade offer: if you get this video to 50 likes, I'll kidnap Snek and a mystery person and we'll play it again. Welcome to Heretic Squad, where this time, you're the police brutality. This game is extremely sophisticated. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this game that I don't even understand. And I would not say that this game is for the weak-minded, because this game is hard. Extremely hard. The gameplay in this game is very unique. It's played more like a Metroidvania. You don't know what a Metroidvania is? Okay, do you know what Metro? It's played like Mario. And did I forget to mention this is a roguelike game? I feel like I forgot to mention this is a roguelike game. Yeah, this is a roguelike game, which means it's only even harder. What I mean by that is when you die, you lose pretty much everything, honestly. Like, no, like just straight up everything. The gameplay works like this. When you start, you obviously have nothing. So you do missions. Every mission has 3 stages of objectives, each stage having 2 objectives. Some of these objectives can be defeat 1 big enemy, defeat multiple enemies, retrieve files, find and retrieve files, get the package and bring it back, and that's about it. Once all the objectives are done, you can leave. Once completing a mission, you're rewarded with money, trait points, and sometimes an item. Money you can buy items with, trait points you can get traits, items have different stats. The more runs you do, the harder the difficulty, and sometimes this portal thing can spawn, and I think it's how you do this corruption thing. I don't really know though. There's all kinds of enemies and stuff, but didn't get too deep into the game to really find that out for you. And if all of that was a lot to unpack, don't worry. It was a lot for me to write out. The mechanics in this game are very, very unforgiving. I have a personal pet peeve with the blocking system, because not only did I struggle to do it in the tutorial, but I also just couldn't do it in the main game. But besides that, you can do things like throw weapons. Your weapon can freaking jam for whatever reason, and to unjam it, you gotta move your mouse around like a little mini game. You can trip enemies. This mechanic right here is damn near the only thing you'll be doing the entire game. After you trip them, you can do prime police brutality stuff, like stomp their head on the ground. Melee weapons have combos and have up attacks and down attacks. Like, this is Mortal Kombat. There's this grapple mechanic. Then there's this ultimate meter from Overwatch, which once you max it out, you're pretty much invincible for the entire duration. And cover and everything else is self-explanatory. Alright, final thoughts for this game. I feel like this is a really good game to play over the weekend when you just want to play a game that you can max out. It's extremely hard, which is why it will take all weekend to max out. But if you look past that factor, I think it's a pretty good game. I'm gonna give it a solid blocking sucks out of 10. Oh hey, you made it to the end of the video. Might as well like and subscribe now, right? Right? Yeah, I don't have anything special here to say besides, well, thanks for watching. If you have a game in mind that you would like to see me and the gang play, just leave it down in the comment section. And it doesn't even have to be like Roblox. It can be, well, anything. It can be Elden Ring when this next paycheck hits. And yeah, besides that, I don't really got anything else to say. And if you're wondering why I'm not talking about the game, well, I don't really think I'll care about this.